Welcome back to Universe. I'm Andrew, and today I'm playing Mage Tower Call of Zadeus, which is a video game on Kickstarter right now. I think it is funded, but it's got a low funding goal. But this looks like kind of a personal project from someone who made a board game called Mage Tower almost 10 years ago, and he made a digital version, which I actually played a good amount of, although my memory is foggy from having it been that long ago. But this says, welcome to the new Mage Tower demo. Keep in mind this is an unfinished beta version of the game. There may be bugs, sound, and music outside of the battle screens being implemented. The demo will end after 2 in-game days or 8 battles, whichever comes first. We'll see how long that takes. You can give us feedback and report bugs at the Discord link at the bottom of the screen. So, like I said, I did play Mage Tower quite a bit. This looks like they've made it into like a campaign, like a roguelike thing. He did a gameplay video, and in that he said that it probably takes about maybe like 4 to 6 to 8 hours for a full run. So we'll be doing a fraction of that. But let's get started. This is a card game. I want to say the old one was a deck building game, but from what I saw, it didn't look super like a deck building game. I have very picky definitions of what a deck building game is, so I won't go into that here. I know we're playing with cards, and hopefully either there's a good tutorial or I can remember enough. We're generating a new world. This takes 1 to 5 minutes. Please do not exit. All right, so that's probably about 1 minute. Gideon, there you are. Sorry for sleeping on you. I thought you were just another corpse. Ventra, what's happening? This town was just destroyed by another Zadeus attack. We've got to stop Irko from summoning that terrible creature again. Speaking of corpses, there are some good ones around here. First, click the idols to select the difficulty you want, then click confirm. So I'll play normal. That's my default. A good challenge for all players. Select the card pool complexity. This setting lets you play with simpler cards while you learn the game if you want. 85% of cards enabled, all but the most complex. It could be a bad idea, but I'm going to go expanded. Nice. Now let's pick one of the 5 factions, then I'll steal thoughts and skills from some corpses to give you cards from that faction. Alright. Jet controls the enemy mind and casts away at their life force with devastating attacks. Orange magic commands monsters to do its bidding and risks its sanity to cast powerful spells. Silver magic leads legions of defenders into battle and calls upon the stars for astral assistance. I like astral assistance, but not legions of defenders. Green magic controls the essence of the monster deck and changes the flow of battle with a wave of its hand, or purple magic skillfully commands a mastery over the cards and the game itself. That sounds tempting, but let's try something different and simpler. I'll do this silver just because I like the astral assistance, and it'll be probably a little bit easier. I've never been one for world saving, but as a necromancer, it's bad if everyone dies at once because then there aren't any people left to become corpses later. It's really a corpse economics problem. Now click start run, and let's have you go on this dangerous quest while I wait here. Paused, click to move. Nice, looks like I can talk to you through some magical corpse thoughts connection thing. This is probably some ancient necromancy power I have. Who knows? You're gonna need to go out and do stuff, find stuff, and kill stuff. Go ahead and click anywhere in the world window to move toward that point. Click there. Good job. You moved a few yards in a direction you blindly picked. I now have full faith you'll be able to save the world. We really should have you enter a town so it looks like you know what you're doing. Go ahead and click the nearest town to go into it. We made it. The gentle smell of rats and sewage running the streets. On the town screen, the left and bottom areas show your personal cards. The right area is stuff specific to this town. All right, so this is mine in the green box. And then this blue box is what the town has for sale. This is my current deck, and any town you stop at, you can take a look at your deck. I guess it's sort of like you're stopping at the town tavern and analyzing your strategic resources or something, right? Nice. Mouse over one of the cards in your deck. Cool, now you can see what the card does on the left. That's kind of important. Imagine if you went around playing cards when you didn't even know what they did. That would be hilarious. By the way, who cares what the card does right now? I'll teach you how to play it when we get to the battle, which will be after you learn about this town. So these 5 tiny cards are your basic cards. They're always the same in every deck and can't be removed. You can mouse over them if you want. Who cares? These cards are your actual deck. Some or all of them were randomly chosen from the faction or card caller you chose. Click a card in your deck to remove it. You can see the card is now stored in your collection. That means it isn't part of your deck and you won't take it into a battle. Click it again to return it to your deck. Your deck, I mean your strategic resources, which you are observing in the town's tavern, is back to full power. Very flavorful, nice. Let's talk about the stuff this town offers. Well, it looks like there's some cards you can buy. Do you really need me to tell you what that means? I can't believe I'm even mentioning this for now. Click the infantry card to buy it. Nice, most towns will have some cards for sale. Now go ahead and take a card out of your deck. Put the infantry you bought in. Makes sense, right? Okay, looks like there's a quest in this town to kill a warlock. I hate warlocks. Everyone knows corpse magic is way cooler, but warlocks will never admit it. Click the accept button in the quest window to the right. All right, defeat a warlock for 2 something. In the future, you'll be able to click this button to talk to townsfolk. As you would expect, they're useless in every way, except that they will one day be corpses for me to do necromancy with. Thanks for nothing, future corpses. Let's leave this town and go find a warlock to kill. Click the back button. All right, can I, maybe I should actually read this Halzed's Amulet. Spell ward, you may discard this from your hand for free at any time to prevent an opponent's attack card from affecting you. If you use the spell ward effect to stop an attack, gain a life. Spell ward. All right, I think I'm okay removing that. I don't like reactive cards that much. So maybe that was the right one to remove. Is there anything else I would like to buy? Do I have any money? Seems like I don't. So let's just keep going with the tutorial. Hey, look, there's a warlock over there. You see that little 1 next to his name? That means he's a level 1 monster. You probably won't want to fight level 2 monsters right when you start out, or you'll get frustrated and uninstall the game. That's true. That sounds like something I would do. Go ahead and run into the warlock. Look at this guy. He looks like an idiot. Surely there's just a button we can click that says, Warlock realizes he's so dumb that he dies. Warlock realizes he's so dumb that he dies. Okay, that didn't work. I guess it's impossible to be smart enough to realize you're so dumb that you die. This is the pre-battle screen. On the screen, you can see what enemy you're about to fight, change your deck, and see what important cards the enemy will play against you. So he's going to be playing Soul Siphon, gain 2 life, deal 2 damage. Click Fight to go to battle. Usually you can change your deck here, but for your first battle, let's leave it as it is. All right, because I was thinking maybe this Halzed's Amulet would be perfect counter to Soul Siphon, but I guess I can't even do that. Oh, an ante. Their ante is a zombie. When this dies during your turn, deal 2 damage to the opponent. My ante is a Spirit Hammer. So it's in my deck, but it's also antied. If I lose that card. And I think that is an important part of this game, which I haven't really seen in other deck building games, or I haven't played a lot of video games that do it. But this, you are antiing cards. And these cards, I think this 2 in the corner is their durability. So like if you use them in a battle, those numbers go down to 1. And if you use them again, they go to 0 and they're gone. So you need to be gaining new cards. If there's a card you really like, you need to be careful when you use it. And I think you can fortify the cards so they get a higher durability rating. You can use them more before they need to be restored by going into town and restoring them. So I'm not sure how that whole system works, but that's some of what I saw, some of the ideas I saw in the playthrough on the Kickstarter page. Oh, there's some music. Ah, the smells of battle, blood, rust, and monster sweat. Maybe if the monsters took a bath every now and then, they'd be in a better mood and wouldn't be pillaging all the time. Did anyone ever think of that? Where's that infernal voice coming from? I don't know what you're talking about. Never mind, I didn't hear anything. Okay, Gideon, this battle tutorial is the last major one. You need to get going, so let's go. Down here's your play area, and up there is the play area of that idiot warlock who everyone hates and thinks is stupid. Uh-oh, Gideon, I think I hear some monsters coming to attack you. Looks like monsters come in rows of 4. With the bottom right monster being the closest. As you move left and up, the monsters are further and further away. See the order of monsters above. So Orc is closest, Ogre is second closest, then Demon Spawn, Giant, and then potentially more. Mouse over one of the Archer cards in your hand for a moment to take a closer look at it. 2 cost, deal 2 damage. Cool, now you can see what it does on the left. It does 2 damage, which means it does 2 arrow damage. Now left click on the archer and deal 2 damage to the closest monster. Okay. Now left click on the... Oh, these are the orc's attacks and health value. Since you dealt 2 damage to it, it has 3 health. You only need to deal 1 more damage to kill it. Cool thing about arrow damage is if you kill a monster, the extra damage carries over to the next one. Play another archer to see. Okay, so killed that one and then put 1 onto the ogre. Click the wooden end turn button to the right to end your turn. I guess I'm out of energy. In turn. Now that you've ended your turn, any monsters you didn't kill will become angry. See, watch. Okay, if you still don't kill them by the end of the following turn, they will attack you. Did I mention that new monsters also come out at the end of every turn? Here they come. This is getting serious. So yeah, every turn you're going to get monsters. Some of them are going to be attacking you. So, like these won't attack me on my next turn. These will. And but after that, then these will become angry and new monsters are going to come out. Usually the warlock would take a turn now, but I'm going to let you sneakily take another turn just this once so you can learn more about the game. Sneakily, just this once. Oh yeah! Although I wonder, because the enemy is kind of playing the same game we are, they have their own row of monsters. So the more turns you take, the more chances you have to get hit by monsters. So taking another turn isn't always the best, based on my limited experience. Let's talk about energy. You see that big blue amulet in the bottom left of the screen? That's your energy. You start each turn with 7 energy, and every turn, every card has an energy cost in its top left corner. So an elite archer declared a couple monsters. Watch it reduce your energy by 4. Okay. And that was just deal 4 damage straight up. You have 3 energy left, which is exactly enough to play the knight in your hand. Go ahead and play it. And this one has stats. It's 2/4, so that's different. So that goes down here. The knight can attack the closest monster once per turn. The knight and the monster will damage each other equal to their attack values. Click the knight to attack. Boom. The knight killed the demon spawn because its 2 damage was too much for the demon spawn's 1 health to handle. The knight only took 1 damage from the demon spawn and has 4 health to start with, so he can still fight next turn. Damage from defenders like the knight won't carry over to the next monster. Only arrow damage does. Are you ready for battle yet? I swear I hear some sort of otherworldly voice coming from over there. I don't know what you're talking about. I think all that evil magic is getting to your head. Ha ha ha. Okay, Gideon, go ahead and click the end turn button. Uh-oh, looks like you weren't able to kill all the monsters. No big deal. The giant is about to attack you, but the other monsters will become angry, and new monsters will come out. Okay. Now the stupid warlock will take his turn. Oh, interesting. I thought that giant would hit the knight, but it doesn't. It just hits my life directly. So the knight is still here to attack next turn, but he didn't, like, jump in the way. He didn't defend. Now the stupid warlock will take his turn. So yeah, as you can see, he's got his own monsters. Warlock has his own monsters and cards. You're not competing against, or you're competing against him to not die first. This is like a tower defense card game. So these are his cards. These are his plays. Should probably show you the life totals. On the left side of the screen, your life total is on this green orb, and the warlock's is on the red orb. Defeat the enemy by getting their life to 0. Looks like the warlock is about to play Soul Siphon, which causes him to gain 2 life and you to lose 2. So yeah, so a lot of the game is you're defending, using your cards to block against the monsters that are coming at you. Your opponent is using their cards to block against the monsters that are coming at them. But there are interactive cards like the Soul Siphon. There are cards that can add monsters or modify the monsters on your opponent's side to mess with them. You can mess with your opponent's hand, all kinds of things. Ouch, the warlock's plan really hurt, but it didn't help him kill any monsters. The warlock's turn is over. Click the My Turn button to take your turn. Alright, so I'm at 24 and he's at 16. I have 7 energy, so I can choose either Astronomer or Volley. Sweet, you drew some draft cards. There are over 200 completely different draft cards in total. Try playing one. Alright, let's see, what does Volley do? Just 5 damage, huh? And that's part of the strategy too, is do I want to use this knight to attack this turn? And if so, do I want to use it before or after I play Volley? Or do I want to play Astronomer? But I don't think you save the energy. Astronomer says when Astronomer attacks, look at 3 random cards from outside the game and choose one to gain to your hand. So I could play Astronomer and spend the rest of my power on a 3 or less cost if I reveal one from outside the game. Knight would do 2 damage and Astronomer does 1, so neither of that is enough to take out this ogre. And I don't see myself getting to 5, or I'd have to do 9 damage to get rid of both of these. So Astronomer seems fun. Let's play Astronomer. Let's see what we get from outside the game. Nice play. You'll discover many cards as you travel the land and swap cards in and out of your deck to turn it into an efficient machine. Looks like your deck is empty. When you end your turn with an empty deck or try to draw a card from one, your discard pile is shuffled and used as your new deck. So you'll cycle through your deck over and over, sometimes many times in a game. Click the end turn button to end your turn and shuffle your deck. Hopefully I can activate first. Let me attack with Astronomer. Oh, it won't die because it has 4 health, so I can do this at least twice. Hopefully. No? It's not going to let me attack? Can't even attack with my knight. Huh. I think that's probably a tutorial bug type of situation. Oh, one more thing. You know that gold you've been getting? You can see it in the bottom left now. Wait, when have I been getting gold? For killing monsters? Okay. You can spend gold to buy prize cards now in the top right. They give an immediate bonus and become part of your deck, giving you more free bonuses later. So I guess this is the deck building part. So you start with a deck. Some of them are the basic cards like the Archer. Some of them are draft cards like the Volley, the Astronomer. And then during the game, you can also be generating and spending gold on these cards. So it says left click the summoning prize card to buy it. That's pretty much all you need to know. There are other cards like monsters you can play onto opponents' monster boards and permanents that stay in play and have abilities, but you can explore them for yourself. Summoning says gain 2 energy, draw a card if you didn't buy summoning this turn. That's pretty good. Well, that's it. I'm going to leave you alone now. Tutorial complete. Well, at least until you enter a dungeon or do something crazy, which I know you will, which is awesome. Hey, Warlock, are you still hearing voices? What? No, of course not. That would be crazy. Now, defeat him, Gideon. I set your life total to 26, refilled your energy, and reset your monster board. This is to compensate for the extra damage and monsters added during the tutorial. See you later. All right, so is it my turn? So now I can use my stuff. So I'm going to attack with Astronomer. See what we get. We get 3 random reveals. Artenia of the Realm costs 2. Oh, and I'm on the next turn, so I have 7 to spend. Volley would cost 6 if I want to do that. Otherwise, I can do Archer. Alright, so these all cost 2. So you may only include this in your deck if you have a card of each faction in your deck. Alright, so that seems overpowered with a restriction that I don't have to worry about. Goblin Saboteurs is 0-1. When it comes into play, flip one of the opponent's permanents face down. I don't know if they have any permanents right now. And practice. I don't know if these defenders count as permanents. But does my opponent have any defenders anyway? I don't think so. Practice. Search your deck and discard pile for an ability. Put it in your hand. Alright, I'm taking Artenia of the Realm for sure. And then I can play all 3 of these. Right? The Archer is going to do some damage. Let me do attack with the Knight first. It'll survive, and then I can start archering. And do I want to throw Artenia against that giant? No, I won't bother because it's not angry, so it's not going to hit me anyway. I can figure out what I want to do next turn. And hopefully Artenia can make at least a couple of attacks. So they're taking damage. They have a ton of monsters. So this is going to be an easy mode, I think. Mana Eater, pay 2 energy, remove a damage from it. Okay, so it's a sustainable defender. Spirit Hammer, deal 1 damage to the closest monster and draw a card. And then Volley just does 5. So I'm thinking, I'd love to use my Astronomer. Oh, it just adds it to my hand, so I don't have to play it that turn. So I think I will Volley away this giant. So I can keep all my defenders. Then Artenia can take out the Ogre. Astronomer's gonna die. Only get one more use out of him. So let's go ahead and do that. I get a card. Thief Cast costs 5, deal 4. Look at the opponent's discard pile and steal a non-prize card. Armory, pay 2 energy, choose a monster or in the opponent's monster board. Give a +1 attack. Okay, so here's a card that can mess up with your opponent's monsters. So it moves a monster back and makes it not angry, but it makes it bigger. And this is repeatable, so every time I pay 2 energy, I can do it again. So I probably wouldn't want to use it on any of the currently angry things. That could be good. And I could play it this turn, but I couldn't use it. Broken Reflection, draw 2 cards. Each opponent with 4 or more cards in hand discards 2 cards. That's pretty good. They have these are their, we can see their hand as well, which is interesting. These are their 2 cards in hand right now. And this costs 7, so they're probably going to have some difficulty playing that. Yeah, I'll take Broken Reflection. It seems my style. I have 1 left. May as well just attack with the Knight, let it die. And then Spirit Hammer, because I have the extra mana to spend. And then I'm done. So how much do these cost? Confusions are free, but I think these are like a negative side effect you get. Not something you would intentionally buy. Summoning costs 4. Glory Seeking costs 4. And Intellect costs 4. Oh, no, it costs 3. So that's why Summoning gives you a card. Intellect gives you a card no matter what, but it can give you 2 cards. Alright, Summoning gives you energy and a replacement card. So Summoning seems like the strongest one. Alright, let's see what happens to our opponent. See if they're dead yet. Death is imminent, so if they don't take care of that, they will lose. Oh, they hit us with a Soul Siphon again. gained some health, but now they're down to 5, and they've got a bunch of angry stuff. Take my turn. Yeah, I think the angering card would be more useful, or whatever that was called. Would be better for a longer game, but our opponent's going to be dead soon. Deal 1 to closest monster, deal 4, draw 2, and discard 2. Oh, they don't have 4 cards, though. I think you draw 2 every turn. That seems to be the case. Mana Eater's good. Can't really heal Artenia. How many cards are in my deck? So that's probably a strategy to consider. So I've got 7 cards in my discard, 1 card left in my deck, so I will be reshuffling. So it actually probably is a good time to get Artenia dead so that I can get her back into the mix and bring her back. Let's start with Elite Archer. Yeah, I think I'll do Elite Archer to kill this. Artenia will kill that. And I'm going to play Mana Eater. It's a 3-4. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to play 3-4 and attack with it. And then I can slam to finish that off next turn, if my opponent's not dead already. Okay, death imminent. That's dead, that's dead. And then we won. We won 75 blood rocks. And presumably we won their anti-card. Let's see, what was their anti-card? I don't know. Hey, look, some of your cards took damage. Forgot to buy the card sleeve DLC, huh? Get in? Just kidding. Before we talk about that, notice I gave you 4 additional cards from your faction to deck build with later. Nice. Anyways, after battle, every card in your deck loses 1 durability. Your collection cards are unaffected because they weren't taken into battle. Okay. Once a card reaches 0 or less durability, it can't be used. If you put it back in your deck, it will count as a blank card slot. Oh, so it doesn't go away. It's just at 0 durability. That's better, because you can still repair them later. Fortunately, with the materials from battle, we can fortify a single card. Fortifying a card makes it heal 1 durability after every 2 battles and every 2 days. Click a card to fortify it. So what's my favorite card? I mean, I really like the Astronomer, because you get extra cards. Sure, I'm going to do that just because I like it. I don't know that it's the best one. You can see its anvil turned from black to silver. Fortify your favorite cards so you can play with them more. Cards will run out of durability quickly, so you'll be creating new decks often. Still, it's a good idea for you to fortify your best cards to make an endgame deck for castle conquering. Got it. So you'll go into like dungeons and castles and stuff, and you'll want to be able to have a consistent deck without having to worry about switching your deck all the time. It's up to you to manage your card collection. Just remember you can change or remake your deck before every battle. All right, so Dragon Mark, use a Dragon Mark before battle to create a deck from 20 random cards instead of your normal cards. So I saw this in the creator's playthrough. Basically, if you're up against an opponent and you feel like you just don't have the cards, maybe because of durability or maybe just because of how your deck is built to beat that specific opponent, you can cash in a Dragon Mark and you'll like draft a randomized 20 card deck that will hopefully be better for that situation. This game does seem not built around building up one strong deck, but making you make new decks all the time and manage your cards. And there's like even opponents where you go against to battle them, and it's just a draft mode. And instead of building a deck out of your collection, you just draft with the opponent, and you have to make a new deck right then. Which is cool. It's a different thing. I do like building up a single collection and a single deck or a group of decks. But I'm interested in this as well. You've defeated Warlock. I think this was the ante. 7 cost 4/2. When it dies during your turn, deal 2 damage to the opponent. Is that worth 7? That seems really high. Huh. So 7 cost. It's a 4/2, so you can kill like 1 monster with it. And then it deals 2 damage to your opponent? I don't know. Oh, and I get to choose, though. Take that or take a dungeon clue. I'm going to take the dungeon clue because I don't want that zombie, I think. Alter world. So these are prizes that can appear in the dungeon. The dungeon we don't know about yet, but we're going to get a clue about it. We got a dungeon clue. Nice. So I can see that on the map it is somewhere that looks like this. I just might not know where that is on the map as I go start wandering around. Dungeon clues give you information about a particular dungeon. You can find out what enemies are inside the dungeon, special rules, and where the dungeon is located. And these are the prizes that exist. So this looks like a modified cost, maybe probably a lowered cost. Alter world for 4, randomly rearrange both players' monster boards. Is that good? Or Thought Flurry, draw 2 cards for 1. I like that one. All right. You can also see what cards are in the dungeon on the screen. It'll be hard to find a dungeon until you get a clue about its location. Collect clues about dungeons you want to explore so you can plan your dungeon delve. Check your dungeon clues by clicking the dungeon button on the main screen or press D. Bye-bye. All right. So now I know about this one dungeon called the Sinister Dungeon. Looks like there are 12 total dungeons generated on the map. And this is where I'm at. So, oh, so it's pointing toward that town. So what happens if I go into this little cave here? Can I do that? No. Okay. I found a temple dungeon. Sure. I wonder if that's too powerful for me being level 1. Hey dungeon, looks dangerous. If you want to say some cool last words before you die, let everyone know what you said. Something like true honor lies in the heart. That sounds good. Quick, say it before you die in the dungeon. True honor lies in the heart. That was awesome. Okay, let's talk about castles and dungeons. There are 5 castles and many dungeons in the world. Castles are the bigger ones. Oh yeah, I can see that's a dungeon. It's smaller. Dungeon is smaller. Castle's big and castle's big. And it has the boss, which is this dragon, potentially. I don't know. The inside of castles and dungeons look pretty much the same with all these narrow pathways and stuff. You're in a dungeon right now, which has 3 treasure chests hidden somewhere. Meanwhile, castles each contain a final boss, which is a red boss banner above its head. If you kill the bosses in all 5 castles, you'll win the run and declare ultimate victory. Castles are much harder, so maybe explore dungeons first. You can click around the ground to move. For now, click continue. Time doesn't pass while walking around a dungeon, and when you run into enemies, you can avoid fighting them without any penalty by clicking the leave button. So walk around, check out the enemies, and don't fight until you're ready. Note that in dungeons, your life doesn't recover between battles. In castles, your life does recover between battles normally. You also don't get rewards after battles in dungeons and castles. You're only here for the treasures and bosses. Fight as few enemies as possible while trying to find the 3 treasures in this dungeon. You're in danger. If you're in danger, you may want to leave by going to the dungeon exit stairs. Each dungeon and castle also has special rules, which you can see here. Mouse over them for more info. Rules. Prevent first 5 damage. Life loss carried over, and enemies get corrosive pit. With this card lets the player spend 3 gold to put 3 2/2 dragon snails on the opponent's monster board. Dragon snails are always in the furthest monster slot. Is that a one-time thing, or can they do that repeatedly? It sounds pretty annoying. Well, that's it. I'll figure out some kind of cool spell to cast with your corpse after you die. It'll be awesome. Gideon, any requests? What about some kind of crazy fire spell? All right. So, it says I can run away from enemies if I want to. I don't see any... Okay, this is a gate battle. Win, pass gate. Lose, fight a random enemy. Pick a champion. No multi-faction penalties. So do I want to play with one of these 2 decks? Instead of my own cards, again, I'm using one of these 2 decks, which is another way that you can try out new cards over the course of a run. Deal a damage, shuffle 5 deadly spores into the enemy's monster deck. Is that good? 2 of those, a slice, 2 slices, a resurrect, but I don't have any defenders to return. Well, I guess you start with the knight. This seems pretty bad. Diabolic favor, warlocks no longer damage you when they become angry. 2 of those. Augur of Lies at the beginning of your turn, remove the top card of the opponent's deck from the game. It's a very slow, janky deck. Start of your turn, gain an additional gold. Ugh, but how am I going to get any gold? These both seem bad, but I guess this one is not as bad. Ew. Okay. These decks seem terrible. Oh, I don't even play this. I just had to choose who I thought was going to win. So let's yeah, so that's better. I don't have to do it. I can just watch, which is nice. And if you want to speed it up, you could. So I'm still getting the hang of things, so I'm happy to watch it at the normal speed for now. I might speed it up shortly. But let's see. Alright, so my player, my hero, my champion has already played some Glimmer Caps. They're dealing with their monsters okay. They're down to 12. Oh no, player 2's dealing with their monsters even better. Oh no, they're down to 9, never mind. Yeah, I'm just not totally following everything. Down to 5. I think it does hurt to go first a little bit because you have to get hit by the monster first. Like, it's a tower defense game, you know? Okay, so there's a tie game now, but can we survive this turn? Come on, champion. Oh no, they're dead. Yeah, I lost. So what happens? You lost, the gate was destroyed, but an enemy came through. Okay, so now I fight an enemy. And maybe if I fight the enemy, I can proceed. I ante this card. That's fine. Is this card good? 2 for a 2/4. I guess it's better than the knight, right? Knight. 3 for a 2/4. Yeah. Alright, so I prefer to win, as normal. Important cards. Game start, gain 2 life. Shuffle 2 each of the sacrificial monsters into the opponent's deck. Huh. And annihilate. Each player destroys up to 2 monsters with an attack value of 2 or less on their monster board. Special monsters are sacrificial pawn. If this attacks you, put a fountain of life into play. If you kill the opponent, if you kill it, the opponent gets a fountain of life. Is Fountain of Life something I want or don't want? Sacrificial Gargoyle. If it attacks you, make 2 Fountains of Life. And the other thing in Sacrificial Guardian is the 3/6/7. 3/6 version 4/7. Now, do I want to change any of my cards out? Because these are all at 1 durability. Even my Astronomer. But I guess it gains 1 back after every 2 battles. Does that count the first battle we did? Game start. Let's see what I have. Tidings cards you cost 2 less. Don't have any tidings. Hallowed Halls. The opponent can't play attack cards. Is this an attack? Nope, nope. Tidings of the 6 Seasons. There's a tidings. The opponent can't play 6-cost cards. They don't have any of those. Or do they? What are these? I don't know what that is. Pittance. Gain a gold for 2. How's a Amulet, Spell Ward, prevent an attack card. So I think I'm just going to play with all these same cards because these cards all suck. And then I guess I have to figure out how I'm going to repair them afterward or something. I don't know if going back into town helps for that. Or I can use a mark, but let's just fight for now. So these are right in front of me. So if it attacks me, I get a Fountain of Life. If I kill it, the opponent gets a Fountain of Life. But the Guardian is next, so maybe I'll let the Guardian hit me and I'll get 3 Fountains of Life. So let's do a Spirit Hammer and a Volley. And, well, I guess, it's not angry yet. Now it's angry. So yeah, our opponent, see, this Volcanic Burst, gain 2 confusion, but deal 8 damage. So they've taken on some of these confusion cards that only do 1 damage for 1 cost. That's a pretty weak card. And now, if I don't do any damage, I can let this thing hit me for 3 and I'll get the Fountain of Life. I don't know what that is. Or did I give my opponent one? Let's see what it is. At the end of your turn, put a counter on it, remove 2 counters out of it from it to gain a life. Okay, so if I don't do any damage this turn, I can get 3 of those. I could do that and still spend my energy by playing Infantry, Mana Eater. I just have these archers that do a bunch of damage. Have a slam. Is that worth it, or do I just start fighting? If I don't kill anything, I have to do more damage next turn. But I don't want to give my opponent 3 of them. That's not just do I get it or not, it's do I give my opponent 3 of these. So I think I don't want to do that. I'm going to just end my turn there. Yep. Yep. I don't know if that's correct, but that's what I did. Wait. Did they kill a thing too? I guess they got a bunch of Fountain of Life anyway. Alright, my turn. These all get 1 counter. And now I have to start killing things. So... play a knight. Attack with the knight. And... oh, this is another sacrificial thing. Ugh. Give my opponent 2? But I can't just not take damage, because now I'm taking 8. That's not good. So let's attack with infantry. Let's attack with Mana Eater. And now lead archer would do 4. Regular archer does 2. So it's all the same. Just use my energy efficiently. But yeah, there's still going to be a 1 health left on that, which sucks. It can hit me for 3. Now I have a lot of angry things coming at me. And they have so many fountains now that I really am going to have to like outplay them. So I can use this, go up to 17. I can play Astronomer. Let's see. How many uses can I get out of my defenders? Mana Eater can heal. If I spend 4 on this, I can hit this and survive. How am I going to get rid of the giant, though? The lead archer can do 4. So I don't think I'm going to be healing the Mana Eater. Let's just fight with it. Yes to attack or no to heal. Yes to attack. Then I'm going to lead archer. And regular archer? No, I just want to slam. And then that's another pawn. Do I just end my turn and take that fountain? I think so. I've got 2 left and some attacks I could make. But I'm going to take that. I hate it. I hate that. Okay. Alright. What's my opponent up to? They have so many fountains. I'm dying. I'm dying. How many fountains do they have? Jeez. Can I see? I don't see any tokens on it. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I have 6 gold. I should keep that in mind. I can buy these things. Summoning is definitely what I want. Can I get 8 gold? We have 2 more giants. So I need to do 10 damage. I can do 4 with my knights. Volley makes that 9, but I don't have a slam or a hammer. Mana Eater does 3 for 3, which is good. 6 for 5. I guess that's actually a bad rate, huh? Everything else does at least as much damage as it costs, for the most part. I mean, obviously not Astronomer, but... alright, 10 damage. 2, 4, 7, 9, 11. I'm probably going to just take the Sacrificial Guardian again. I can do more with getting a summoning, so probably just... Do I take the summoning? Do I take it now, or do I want to have that 2 energy buff a future turn? I'm just sitting here brainstorming. But I guess let's not think about it too hard. Let's just attack with Night. Attack with Night. Make some stuff happen here. I'm not going to use Volley. Let's use Archer. Mana Eater. Yeah, it's just going to die. Mana Eater. I need to do more, so let's do Archer. And yeah, I won't take the summoning this turn because I wouldn't be able to do anything with that 2 energy. I'm gonna let... Am I gonna do no damage for 2 turns? Take 6. Select up to 2 monsters with attack 2 or less to destroy. Well, I only have 1 eligible for that. Alright, so they're down to 2. So that's good. Takes some weight off. I'm at 18. Wow, I don't know what they're doing over there. I don't know how they took so much damage. So let's have a little fun then. I can play Astronomer. I can attack with it and it will survive. So I get to get a new card. Forward camp. Game start. Game start. Yeah, that's probably not going to help. 8 is for 5? What? What are these really bad rates on damage? Damage is like 1 for 1. Why is this 8? I guess if you're playing purple for some reason. I don't know the rules about like why certain colors, like why you might be playing only one color. Like so far I've just been able to mix them. So I don't know how that works. 3 for a 2/4. That's a starting deck card. So this is really bad. Treasure cards give you a bonus at the start of the game, are part of your deck like any other card, but have no cost and can't be played. But at game start, you shuffle 6 brutes into the opponent's monster deck. So, I mean, that's not going to be helpful. So I'll just take this bad card. That's disappointing. Now, do I just leave it? Not waste time playing more damage? I could play the Legionnaire and just not attack with it. So I'm going to take 6. Get another 3 more fountains. My opponent's probably gonna die, so hopefully. Oh, they got to use all their fountains though. They're only up by 5 or 4. I can't even see their whole row of cards. I wish that scrolled or something, or like had 2 rows so I could actually see what's going on. Well, they're just back down to 2 because of those fountains. And I have a bunch of 1 counter fountains, but I'm at 12, so I'm okay. Let's do damage. Am I getting hasty here? Astronomer can attack 1 more time. Let's just... I only have 3 now, so let's go ahead and grab a summoning. I can get 2 of them. And now I can Elite Archer to kill that ogre. I can attack with Astronomer to kill the demon spawn and draw. Why is this angry card back in my row? Oh, it enters play angry. Interesting. Black market, deal a damage. Shuffle it into your deck and gain a gold. I like that. Glimmer arrows. Your archers deal 1 damage. 1 additional damage. Okay. Not bad. And topple, destroy a giant. Also not bad. Much better. Think... costs 4. It'd be nice to have, but not maybe later in the game. Let's destroy a giant. Let's just take black market. I don't know if I need any of those really right now, but play that. Deal damage. I only have 1 left. 1 energy. Do that. You can still attack with the Legionnaire. Can I buy another summoning? Slam. Oh, I didn't think that through because now I still didn't finish it off. Well, it's not angry, so I'll just take the 1 from the Hellhound. Let's see, are they going to die or not? They still have death imminent. They have to kill the next monster as well. Oh, confusion saved them. Oh, nope, didn't save them. I don't know what happened, but I won. All right. Battle end. Your cards each lost 1 durability. So now I have a bunch of zeros, even my astronomer. So, I didn't get a prize. And I don't think I can fight because all my cards are broken. Oh, I got +3 life. But only for my next dungeon battle, I assume. And yeah, I don't think I can fight that nymph with all my cards broken. I mean, I could use a dragon mark. Hey Gideon, just so you know, you can right click any card to sell it. This is the main way to get money. Just thought you should know. I mean, I could use my dragon mark and just try to do something in this dungeon. It's just the demo. But where's the turn? Like, I'd like to find a treasure. All right, let's see how the dragon mark works. Use mark. Hey Gideon, 2 things. First, know that for each faction you add to your deck beyond the first, you get -2 life in the next duel. Oh, there you go. So if you play a 1 faction deck, you have full health. But it's only in the next duel? I don't know how that is timing works, but look at the heart in your deck building window to see the penalty. So right now, oh, here it is. I'm at -0 health for my current deck. So the more different colors you play, the less life you have. Second, something useful if you're ever running low on deck building options, you can use the blue use mark button on the left side of the screen to use a dragon mark. Dragon mark lets you create a new deck from 20 cards instead of your normal cards. Those 20 cards only exist for that battle. You get another dragon mark every few battles, save them up, or use them when you want new deck building options. That's all. Yeah, let's do it. Ooh, so that's a lot of reading. And now that I know about color mixing, do I want to do... I think a deck it's going to be 6 cards. If your deck is less than 11 cards, the 6 empty slots will be replaced with confusion. When you go into the battle, you can change your deck on the pre-battle screen. But I don't think these are changeable. So like these are your 5 core cards that you always have. Oh no, and I'm anteing an astronomer. All right, let's see. Ascendancy, lose a gold, deal damage equal to twice the amount of gold you have remaining. Dragon Snail, add this to the opponent's monster board. So you pay for this, you pay 2, and then it goes into your opponent's monster board on the furthest monster slot. It always stays in the furthest slot? That's weird. Oh, but I guess it can still become angry though, so it makes it hard for them to kill it. And then Meat Grinder is a 0 cost 3/3 that goes to your opponent's monster board, but it takes 2 turns to become angry. Glimmercap we looked at. Grek goes to your opponent's monster board, takes 2 turns to become angry, but it costs 7. I mean, that's not bad. 7 for a 9. It takes your whole turn. So I guess you have to take the damage for your turn. Burgeoning, gain a random permanent from outside the game put into play. Weird. Brazen Flock, 6 for a 4/4 defender. Augur of Lies, at the end of your turn, remove the top card of your opponent's deck. Terror of Vildes. Put this in the opponent's discard pile. When they draw it, they lose 5 life. And then this comes back to your discard pile. Okay. Ambassadors and play cards with the types boon or attack cost 1 less. And Blast, deal 4 damage to the opponent directly. Urko's Gift is draw 2 cards, choose a card, opponent takes it, and they have to play it as soon as they can. Very weird. Flip over a card in the opponent's hand for the next 2 turns. It's unplayable while flipped. You can discard 2 cards to do it again. Distracting shots, deal 3 damage or deal damage, and the opponent can't draw cards. Channel, deal 4 damage plus 1 more damage for each defender, permanent, and equipment. That seems good. Annihilate, each player destroy up to 2 monsters with attack 2 or less. I think that's good. Guardian's Portal, reveal 3 random defenders that cost 5 to 7 and take 1 of them when it goes into play directly. I like that. Harbinger Totem comes into play, deal 3. When you play a card that costs 3, deal 2, and put this back on top of your deck. So it's 3 costs to deal 5. As long as you have cards that cost 3, that's good. Knight, and that's it. I don't see any other 3-cost cards I want to play. Mystic Lands, gain 5, the opponent gains 2. That seems terrible. Memory Beam, deal 2, destroy permanent or equipment of the opponent. Yes, please. Alright, and I need 2 more cards, so I think I have to play a second color. And I think I'm going to do these purple monsters to mess up my opponent. So that should drop my health by 2, right? Oh, no multi-faction penalty? Why not? Does dragon marks mean I don't do multi-factions? I can take whatever I want. Kind of like this Terror of Valdis. Instead of the dragon snail. So let's do that. Let's try it out. Gladeheart. Arrow damage skips it. Oh. Interesting. Knight isn't strong enough to hit it. Wow. Okay. Takes 2 Knight attacks to kill the Gladeheart. 7. I mean, I could try to kill the Hellhound. I mean, let's just play Knight, Terror, and Archer. And then, do I attack the Gladeheart? Yes. Alright. Oh, they have the Corrosive Pit. Forgot about that. They have to pay 3 gold for that. Interesting. And 2 life and 2 gold. I like that card. Alright. My turn. Guardian's Portal. Oh, my hand is so awkward. Ugh. So awkward. I think I have to do the Guardian's Portal because I can only play 1 card. So let's just see what I get. They all cost 5. Constellation Beast gets +1 attack and +1 health for each card you've gained this game that you didn't start with. No. Or 5-1. Or 5-1. I guess I'm taking a 5-1. And attack with the Knight. Attack with the Cave Spider. That wasn't particularly good. Okay. My turn. So now... Oh, no, not yet. Death imminent. Oh, I better fix that. Let's see how well... My Annihilate can take out this and this. And for them, they can take out a couple things too. But at least it's efficient for me. And then... Ugh, 4, 6, 8. So again, I'm only playing... Wasting mana. I can summoning. I have 4 gold now. Alright, so let's start with Annihilate on these 2. Is my death still imminent? 3, 6, 7, 8. I'm at 13. Do I need to read these? A demon becomes angry, make a demon spawn. Oh. Warlock becomes angry, it deals the damage to you. So is this death imminent for me, or is it for them? Why is death imminent for me? 3, 6, 7, 8 damage puts me to 5. Oh, and I have this 4 armor too, right? Don't know. Memory Beam, deal 2, and destroy a permanent or equipment from the opponent. Do they have one? Oh, they have the pit. And how many is my discard piles? 3? Alright, so let's play Memory Beam. Let's see, does that destroy... the pit. There we go. And then I'll buy a summoning and play Elite Archer, probably. Yeah, that at least prevents 3 damage. And I think that's all I can do. So I'm going to take 3. Let's watch what happens. I'm at 4 armor and 13 health. So Warlock did one when it became angry. Okay, so I took, but I still took, I don't know what happened. Alright, well, I'm at higher health. So I guess the problem with that attack card I played earlier is that it takes a while. I'll definitely play Meat Grinder. I'll click my turn. Play Meat Grinder. I mean, at least I can archer away the angry monsters. And now my whole hand is gone. Oh, there's one more damage coming through here. I win. Okay. There you go. Battle end. Your cards each lost a durability, but I didn't use any of my own cards. We cannot fortify in dungeons or castles. All right. So let's see. So now I can turn a corner. There's another buff. Probably... oops. Nope. Wait. Leave. Tributary Sliff. Sinister Craggling. Let's see if I can at least spot the treasure. Hyperion. That sounds dangerous. So I don't see any treasure. And I don't have a dragon mark. And all my cards are broken. So it's probably not the best time to come in a dungeon as like the very first thing you do. In the game. Oh, there's a treasure. We did it. Card treasure. Is this what I got? Is this the one? Oh yeah, because the dungeon that I scouted is not the one that I entered. So the treasures here I haven't seen before. Underwatch Guardian, 4/5. It's in green, so I wonder if that means it's buffed up. At the beginning of your turn, put a confusion into your hand. When this attacks, you may discard 3 confusion cards to give it +8 attack. If you do, it deals damage as arrow damage this turn. Okay. That seems like a good card. And then, yeah, there's more monsters. But yeah, I got a treasure, and I shouldn't even be here because I've hardly done anything. I haven't built up my deck. I haven't fortified my cards. So let's get out. I'm going to go back to the town and see if I can turn in that Warlock quest. It will be reset, and you'll lose track of its location. That's interesting. So does it, like, teleport away? Click to move. Yeah, it's gone. Oh, is that it right there? Or is that a different one? Anyway. Not going to another dungeon right now. Defeat Warlock for 2. Does that X mean it's done, or does that mean it's not done yet? Because I feel like I did defeat a Warlock. Quest, turn in. I guess that's it. Got 730 blood runes. Talk to the townsfolk is in gray. These cards are for sale. Can I repair them, or do I just have to play with other cards in the meantime? Do I want any of these? So I have $730, so I could afford all of these. Constellation of Geeks, +1/+1 for each card you didn't start with. I kind of do like getting cards I didn't start with, but a 5-cost defender is steep. Longsword attached to defender gets +3/+3. I like that. Or it looks like it has cycling. Special pay 2 and discard a card to draw. Discard this card to draw. Tidings of the 3 sagas. Your opponent can't play 3-cost cards. And pillaging. So you could build like a tidings deck, I guess, where you just lock your opponent out of playing all the different cards in their hand. But plunging strike, deal 4 damage to the closest monster. Sure. I mean, that's good. But 4/4. I already have 4/4. But arrow damage is better. I don't know, some of these just seem weird. Like, are these supposed to be the weak cards or the strong cards? Because in some of the cases, they seem better. Like, compared to the plunging strike, for example. Anyway, I'm going to buy the longsword. And I'm going to buy the constellation beast. Because it's fun. And I think what you're supposed to do, or what I saw oh, they're back. What I saw the designer do in his playthrough is the first thing he did is he avoided every fight and he just walked from city to city. Oh my gosh, that person's fast. Walk from city to city buying cards. 2/2/1 wolf defenders, but only one. I mean, that's 3 for 4 damage. That's better. Although, yeah, I'm probably have to be playing every color at some point. So, opponent gets -1 energy on their next turn, but that costs you an energy and a card. So, hard pass. Trade purple for silver permanents. Whatever this symbol is. Do I have? I don't have any of that currency. All right, and then yeah, they're fast. Ooh, okay, they ran away. There we go. Spike shield. Anyway, I'm not going to do any more fights. I'm at almost an hour, about an hour. Equip defender. Deal 1, draw 2. Yeah. Cost 4 for that. How much was my sword? 5 for +3/+3, and this is 4 for +1/+2. I mean, it's been purple instead of silver, but I'm going to pass. Request. Defeat a walking reef for 2 green crystals. I'll accept that. So anyway, looks pretty fun. I mean, it's fun so far. Hopefully it looked fun to you if you're still watching. I love the walking around the world, exploring, finding dungeons, managing the collection, managing the deck and durability. Could be interesting, could be annoying depending on how it plays out, but I think the game is really trying to make you play with a bunch of different cards, not the same deck over and over again. You can make a really powerful deck, but you probably want to save it for when you go into like the boss dungeons and castles. Like get your best cards ready for that. So check it out. I'll have a link in the description. Thanks for watching. Subscribe so we can get more subscribers, and bye.